Well, actually, let's just run the scenario. Let's just run this scenario. Prepare your train and let your passengers on board. So we start up with that on, put the lights on, PZB and CFA on. That's all on, wait for the D. Good, we're all powered on. Put the key in, turn the key. Pantograph or main switch up, wait for the pantograph to go up. It has, put the main switch on. Put that over to the side and open the doors. Let's do PZB. Now, it actually defaults to the right one for this train in general use. So you just press confirm and then come back, and when you put it in forwards, it'll already be in PZBO, so all is good. Lights go to the right, do they? I must admit, it doesn't say in the manual I could see. Oh, I see, that's whites plus red at the back. Got ya. So we've got whites plus red at the back. Right, departure. So now it is close the door. Wait for the light to go blue. Hopefully I've got the main switch this time. No, it still didn't take that main switch. I don't get why. Oh, spring brake is on. That's better, now it can go. There's a number of things that you can get wrong with this if you're not careful. But when you get the hang of it, this is a good fun train to do, actually. I've got PZB and CFA switched on the same panel. It's these two switches over here. So, restricted monitoring. Let's get a move on. Leaving the throttle in the throttle section so that I can keep up with the speed. We have a green light, won't escape from restriction. Get up to 70. This is one of the scenarios that comes in the pack. There is a cab change sequence, and there's also one thing that's interesting is that this control panel up here, I think it is, doesn't exist in the other end. So if you do a cab change, or if you start in the other end, you need to get into the one with the cab, do the setup, and then flip back into the other end again. So there's just little wrinkles like that you need to remember that will confuse you the first time. Right, so we're on our way now. We're going to be a little bit late, but not too much. Certainly not the end of the world. What rail operator? OEBB. Österliche Bundesbahn. I think it is, in Austria. So this is on the Semmeringbahn route. That was the advance notice of the 60, which I've just acknowledged. Got the 1000 Hertz magnet on at the moment. That's fine, Simon, but I actually haven't got a clue how you say the O with the two dots, so I'm just saying OBD. Ignorant English person. And then brakes on. And given our false start, that's not too bad. Now remember, doors open to the left, press the T key. Let's have a better view on that. 4 windows will do. I'm going to get the overview I just did, plus I'm running 2 scenarios tonight. This is the first one. Restricted monitoring again, so we need to, as soon as we get clearance to leave, right, departure, close the doors, wait for them to shut and then lock. Bundesbahn, that's it. Right, so we've locked, so now I can apply the power. You can see over here how the power's responding. Again, we're restricted monitoring. We've got a green light, so I'm going to end out of restricted monitoring now that we're out of 1000 Hz control. Get up to 60 km/h. We're on greens, so all is good. This is just, it's a really fun loco to drive actually. It's responsive, it's got really good functionality. You see, I just did that twice and it didn't work, so you've got to press it, pause a moment and then release it, and then you'll get the seeker working correctly. Go too fast and it doesn't acknowledge it, which can be a problem. Cheers, space and B. Go for your 2 horns. Well, the rain sensing wipers don't seem to be rain sensing within tunnels, but I did notice that when I ran this previous scenario, when it stopped raining, the wipers seemed to stop turning. Either that or I just completely zoned out. Where do I put the coal and water? Underneath, with the fireworks. Speed limit at the moment is 60, destination Eikeberg, which we're due in 1.8 kilometres. Advanced signal is green. There's Eikeberg coming up now. Oh, so it's OEBB, is it? Is that how you pronounce it? Advance warning is no speed reduction, we're good. Zephyr again. Go. Rupku, thank you for the host. Welcome. Right, if I switch it back into neutral, and then as we come round I can put the brakes on. This thing brakes pretty rapidly. Right, it's in brake, and then tap the brakes and we start putting some brakes. And remember, it's e-brakes and air brakes, it's blended. If you apply too much, you will get score penalties. Right, so open the doors, press T. Ever heard of Austria? What do you mean, Pop Brow? Ever heard of Austria? I think there'd be sarcasm there somewhere. This train is not German. Did I say German? Right. Lock the doors. Oops. It's lock left, lock right. Sorry, unlock left, unlock right, and unlock both if it's in the other way round. Right, doors are locked. So, here we go. Next station, Austrain. You have a grumpy Moggy just wiped with this. I will try and do better. I will try and do better. We're gradually slipping further and further behind on the schedule. Oh, Stephen Jam got it wrong. Oh, naughty, naughty Stephen. You think this train is ugly? How can you think this train is ugly? It's lovely. Right, we've got limit up increase to 70. Leon Half. Yes, this is the new OEBB 4023. Whoops. Saying that, I'm getting all of my braking wrong. First negative points of many, I suspect. Baby Pendolino. Well, I think it's the forerunner to what's the BR442 Talent 2. I'm assuming, given it's called a Talent, but I might be wrong. Probably wrong. One thing I will say about the scenarios that come with it is they really do push you to run it to the limit. The timings are really, really tight. Right, we've got a drop to 60 coming up soon, so we'll need to keep our eyes open for the advance warning. Yes, Rubku, congratulations on joining the Nut House. Well done. Oh, no, I didn't acknowledge it. Oh. Does it have more cab views? Yeah, well, you've got that one, that one. Those are really your cab views. For the brakes to come off. The timings certainly don't allow you to do that. Right. Restricted monitoring again, so I have to stay at 40 now until I can see the next signal. It's green. Oh, I can't release until I'm out of 1000 hertz, that's fine. Get out 1000 hertz in a moment. hopefully. Oh, we're going to be late now. Right, now I can come out with monitoring. WT! €1 for every PZBC for fail of Matt, and I could stop working. Thank you very much, WT. Can I get some GGs for WT, please? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad on the PZBC for these days. I just did a couple of Yan Chudobas reasonably well. In fact, the last one we did of Yan Chudobas I did with 0 fails, which I was quite chuffed about, actually. Open the doors, I haven't unlocked them yet. There you go. I think it's just confused now. As I press T before I unlock the doors, so I don't know what it's going to do. El Rose, you got Raw Sieg, did you? Raw Sieg's a good route, actually. Departure. Okay, good. Get on the platform. So remember, you got the light. You've also got the yellow light for night usage. I quite like the yellow light, actually. It's quite nice. Oh, wrong doors. Yeah, you could be right. Fortunately, there's no penalty for getting the wrong doors. No, this isn't going to be a glod. The timings on this, you have to drive it perfectly to get anything like a good score. I don't know how to turn the wipers off. Pressing V is doing nothing. I can only assume it's not V. Oh, you're running heavy lipids, are you, Rubko? They're good scenarios. Very good scenarios. Is that the wipers? That doesn't turn them off. Oh, we've got the wipers turned off. There you go, we can turn the wipers off. Just keep pushing the times, I might be able to draw it back. No, see, one of the things I found is I'm always... WT! I believe PZB and Matt won't ever be friends. Honestly, Matt, you do unbelievable, amazing work. Forever growing train sim community. Huge GG to you. Thank you very much, WT. Wow, thank you again. More GGs for WT. Wow. Thank you. Whoops. Sifa. I really enjoy PZB and Sifa as much as it makes a fool of me on the stream on a regular basis. I really enjoy it. See you later, NL Wales. More greenness. Reitenstein 2.7. Semmering is where we're going. Sent to the wrong track, so you got a crash. Oh dear. Oh, it ran perfectly well for me, actually, that scenario. Howard Doobie, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Getting the player to use a turntable is a tough job, trackside simulations, it really is. The only thing I can suggest is that you tell the player to go to do a stop out in front of the turntable, and then a stop out after the turntable, a stop out at the same place essentially, and then just use pop-ups to tell them to turn the loco. Assuming what you want to do is go on, turn, and come off again the same way. Oops, drive quality. Drive quality really does hurt your score on this. It's so easy to get it wrong because you can't actually see the throttle lever unless you're looking down at it. So if you're driving like this, it's really difficult to see the throttle lever. So you're trying to make small modifications to the throttle lever, and then next thing you know, you're accelerating like crazy and your score is tanked. There's Breitenstein. Is it possible to make AI trains pick up water from troughs? I don't think so, no. We're running from the new PC. I've actually had this PC now for a couple of 3 months, Leon half. It just took me that long to get the video edited and uploaded to YouTube. Is that better, Muggy? Good night, Simon. Right, coming up to Breitenstein. This is the Breitenstein to Londonstein. Breitenstein to Victoriastein route. Oh, I've done it again. Yours that way. That's better. Yeah, you get it right and it works much better. This train is 20% off right now, is it? That's a killer deal. What does that make the price then, trackside simulations? This is such a good EMU. No, just no. What? What did I do? What did I do, Moggy, so I can do it again? Doors shut and locked. $20. Doors shut and locked. Brakes off. Throttle on. There we go. Yeah, because in this view you don't get a percentage on the throttle. At least in F4 you can kind of see your throttle, but in F3 you get no percentage. WT. If you ever get the chance, Semmeringbahn is amazing to drive. As a regular passenger, you're still amazed at how they build it. Thank you very much again, WT. Wow, fantastic. Really appreciate it. Third time around, folks. GG's for WT. Thank you. Right, we're on our way up to 60 km/h. Wolfsburg Kogel. Wolfsburg Kogel, is it? Yeah, the Semmeringbahn is one of the places. Austria, Switzerland, I'd love to ride some railways in those areas. It's just so pretty. Really nice. Unit is £14.39 or $19.99 apparently. Close the turn wipers off before the Mogster gets upset. There you go, Mogs. Oops, speeding. You're going up these hills, you really don't want to put, you don't want or need to put brakes on, because you're going uphill, it loses the speed very quickly. The tiniest amount of power it'll gain speed. It's amazing. Push back on. Do I like the talent of the 4023 better? I'm going to say this one, if I'm honest, just because I quite like the extra functionality this one's got. this whole thing with having to manage the left and right doors thing is actually really good fun. It adds a little extra step to the doors, and I'm looking at more lights on the dash, so I feel like I'm interacting nicely with the train. The startup sequence is kind of a novelty because you do it once and then it doesn't matter, unless you change ends, because there's a little bit to do to change ends as well. But none of the scenarios that come with a pack, as far as I'm aware, require you to change ends. So we're going to have to wait until someone writes a scenario to do that. Oh! Just watching the chat, I completely missed the 50 km/h advanced warning. Oh. Wait for it to do a CPZB reset. Right, now we can go. Brakes coming off. MC Master J1, steam, diesel or electric? My preference generally would be for steam. I'm very much steam enthusiast. Beyond that, it's down really to the complexity of how it is to drive the train. Like, this is interesting because it's quite a bit going on. Any German train with PZB and SEPA is really interesting to drive because you've got PZB keeping you busy. Can't release out of restricted monitoring until that 1000 hertz goes out. So something like a 47 I don't really rate too highly because it's pretty plain Jane to drive, which is one of its strengths in reality. But from a gameplay perspective, things like the Class 86, 87, awesome fun. Night Ninja Joker. Right, there's the 50 limit coming up now. Stop trolling me and let me out of the 1000 hertz. You're being evil, thank you. Restriction released. 50 limit. I've got this, I'm still really bad at looking at just regular signs to get for PZB. In my mind, I'm still looking at lights. So if I don't see a light that needs a response, if I see the double yellow or a green double yellow or a double green yellow on here, I'm happy, I can respond to that. But I'm still struggling mentally with responding to a signpost, a physical signpost, which is crazy. It shouldn't be a problem, but it's just not something I'm used to. But I'll get there. Even with Jan Chidoba scenarios, that's generally what catches me out. With usually the speed restriction ones. I had to do that one twice. How late are we now? Oh dear, we're going to be 3.5 minutes late. Oops, I didn't stop the wipers. Class 40 is okay. The GP20 is amazing. Getting there. Oh, there's Wolfworks Cohort coming up here. Right, we notice the next signal is green with an expect stop because the next station, well actually expect stop will be there. That's probably a white platform approach signal. Yeah, LDR, yes, I haven't got the giveaway stuff yet. I'm just waiting for doors, I'm just waiting for the lady who does the codes to get them over to me. She's been off until I think yesterday, so she's getting caught up on a lot of stuff. So as soon as I get those, you'll have them. Apologies for everyone who's waiting for codes from the giveaways. WT, how far are you getting partnered with Twitch? So the rules to get, well, the minimum before they'll even consider you, apparently, is you want to be getting something like 100 to 200 concurrent every stream. Every stream. So we're away from that yet. The doors to lock. They're in. Brakes come off. Power applied. Off we go. Almost blew up the class 40. Yeah, well, no one could tell me why, and we had it was just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. I have no idea what it was. I need to acknowledge that. So it's minimum 100 to 200, not. It's sort of the minimum average is what they're looking for. So essentially, if what it boils down to is if I wanted to just purely focus on getting partnered, then I would stop doing everything except train sim, and that doesn't feel right. It feels a bit too heavily focused on getting partnered. So I'm relaxing a little bit on getting partnered. It will happen when it happens. I am trying to work with the DTM, the other guys on DTM, to see if we can get the numbers up on DTM a bit, or take other action on that one. But things like trucking, they're coming up. So I think it's just a question of patience, to be honest. It'll happen. Yeah, the vents were glitched. That's what I thought. Everything was open. You know, all the vents were open. There's no reason for it. Yeah, it is a ground signal. Stephen, it depends when you sent that message. I don't recall seeing anything, no, but I've not looked at Discord pretty much all night. Right, coming up is Semmering's the final station on this scenario. Highest view count on a stream is 600, I think. You expect we already have it by now, Coplop and Mel? Yeah, we're not getting the numbers for it, so we won't. It is purely about numbers as far as the guy who reviewed it was concerned. It was just purely the stream's just not getting the numbers at the moment. It did say it was nearly there, so it won't be too long, I don't think. Yeah, I think it was just Squirrel's Raid took us up to about 500-600 on the birthday scenario, on the birthday stream. There you go, well done, driver. Successfully completed this run on the difficult conditions. Put giveaway in your title. Yeah, that'd be good, but then I'm not going to do more giveaways until the last lot are all sorted out. So that only works up to a point. It's also gimmicky, and it means it inflates the numbers, and I don't like that at all, to be honest. I'd rather actually genuinely get the partnership because we're at the right number, and we'll get there. We are growing actually again. We're generally hitting quite often. I mean, not tonight because of. You reckon we're over 100 at the moment, showing 98 for me. We're generally getting, you know, upwards of up to about 150 on a general TSL stream now. So no XP gained for the win. Right, okay, let me switch it to changing route. We're still doing the same route. We're going to do a work